To architecture, to green buildings, I guess an ecological approach to the design and operation of buildings and infrastructure. This is something that probably has came from two directions. The first one was a civic impulse. I was working as a conventional architect I had an opportunity to work in the public sector for the City of New York, and I was in a position to inaugurate the City of New York's Green Buildings construction program, which really was a moment where I understood the convergence between the idea of green, just an emergent concept, this back in 1992, and good governance. And since I was a manager in government and assistant commissioner at the time, I saw that there was a place in the crosshairs for green and government, good government. So that was, I think, the starting point of trying to work collegially with my cohort in city government, as well as with the community of both nonprofit environmental groups and the business community, to understand how we can begin to change our pattern, change the template of how we design, construct, and particularly operate buildings. So that was the civic impulse behind my education, if you will, self-education in this arena. The second impetus really had to do with, again, from my architectural training, my response was an aesthetic one. It was an aesthetic concern about degradation and loss of beauty in the natural and the built environment that we are sustaining in this country with our patterns of growth. And those were two issues, I think, that to me came together and impelled me to learn about the emerging discipline of ecological, sustainable, or green design, however we'd like to call it. One of the aspects of working in public service as a manager, it was my ability to engage and motivate and mobilize many other people across our particular government agency, as well as the constituent community. And it was the contact, the eureka for me had a lot to do with how everybody began to personalize this idea of sustainability. And that moment, where that aha moment for them was the aha moment for me, because I really saw that this was a way where we could bring people to think differently about how they do their work.